Happy New Year, everyone. So, welcome to the Alchemy Scope for January, the start of not only the new moon, new month, but a new year, a new season. This new moon is conjunct our winter solstice. And, you know, this cycle, 2014, began with a new moon that landed on New Year's Day, 2014. So symbolic, amazing, right? So here we are with the bookend and the new moon landing on the winter solstice. Amazing. I mean, so powerful. And so let's look at the macrocosmic scale. What is happening for all of us on the collective scale right now? So the new moon is at the 0 degree point, and if you watched the Alchemy Scopes last month, you know that this is the third in 3 consecutive 0 degree new moons. Hello, pure potentiality at play here. We are being asked to really step up to the plate, people, so it's very exciting. But this particular new moon is imbued with the Sabian symbol. An Indian chief claims power from the assembled tribe. And I've been looking at the Sabian symbol since January, since last January. And the story that's been unfolding for us this year at this time is phenomenal. It's been fantastic to see it play out. So, what does this mean? This Sabian symbol that's imbued within the degree point, within this cycle, within not only the monthly cycle, but within the winter cycle, the new season cycle, and within the new year to come forward. Well, you know, in my mind, we've passed a tipping point. Enough people are stepping out into their truth. And we can now claim our power. We can see the truth of how living systems operate, and we can step up to the plate, claiming our power from the assembled tribe. Those that have come before, those that have pointed the way, and the information that we've learned. So, this is about your new beginning. Yeah, baby. So, a new year. So let's go ahead and dive into the individual signs and see what microcycles look to be unfolding for you, and the stories, also the guidance. So as you know, the Alchemy Scope is a 6-point scope meant to bring forward information about the patterns and cycles in nature that affect us on the microcosmic scale. Because we are co-creators, right? So we are the content, and source, life, nature, cosmos, is a context. And in and out, we flow. We always are co-creating. We are not victims of life. We are not victims of our reality. We create our reality. We work with the cycles that play out in nature. And if we can harness them, then that's what it's all about. You use the energies that are at play, and you use it for your own soul growth. That's what it's about. This is about playing with the universe. So, are you ready to play? Let's look at your signs. So Pisces, let's take a look at the microcycle that may likely be unfolding for you in this next 30-day cycle. I went ahead and threw the coins, and the I Ching hexagram that came up for you was 21 cutting through. The 2 trigrams that make up this hexagram are fire above, thunder below. Let me read it to you. A reminder that I'm using the visionary I Ching language. This is still the ancient I Ching divinatory system, but with language that has been updated to be more resonant with modern day. So, 21 cutting through. The situation calls for confronting a tenacious knot and cutting through it. Somehow the way to harmony and unity is blocked or frustrated, perhaps by a tangle of deceit or corruption. Like Alexander the Great cutting the Gordian knot, take decisive action and you will meet with good fortune. Don't be afraid to shake things up a bit. The ability to take corrective measures when they are needed is an essential trait of true leadership. Those who bring discipline to bear must above all be honest with others and with themselves. Honesty is the hallmark of the strong and self-confident. The successful person masters the art of honesty much as the swordsman masters fencing. When lies, delusions, and game playing are getting in the way of teamwork, a swift sword of honest action, perhaps even punishment, must be wielded to protect one's integrity and values. Decisiveness with integrity at a time like this brings good fortune. Though your actions be vigorous, they must not be hasty, severe, or arbitrary. Be sure to carefully consider all the circumstances. In the case of a serious disruption of relations or events, you must forgive but not forget, at least until a person has made reparation for his mistakes. If corrective action is necessary, make certain that it fits the crime. When rules have become slack and useless, only through the institution of clear and swift penalties can their effectiveness be restored. Okay, so let's take a look at what your spread has to say here. Hi, Pisces. So let's take a look at what circumstance or situation wants to come forward for you this month for your growth and evolution. So I've already meditated and I've shuffled the deck. Again, like last month, I'm using the Siri deck. It's my own 144 card deck. Wow, interesting. The insisting card has come up again and again this month. It's fascinating. I love it. Okay, so let's take a look. This is called the synchronic spread. Let's see what wants to come forward here. Okay. I have to say, many of the spreads, many of the signs are moving through continued lessons and learnings. This is just what's happening. So be patient, go with the flow. In fact, honor it. In fact, embrace it. Embrace these lessons that are coming forward because it's just what's happening, number one. And number two, it's serving a purpose. It's serving your growth. So it's actually something to be deeply honored. It's something I've learned to do. So, this is the central message. Something is emerging regarding movement. It could literally be relocation. This could be a relocation. This could also just be a flurry of activity. It could be at the workplace. It could be at home. But there's going to be activity or movement. The sense I'm getting is relocation, but it could be a flurry of activity as well. So it's very definitive this month that you're being asked to rest your mind, rest your thoughts about the past. So the past is going to be coming up, and it's going to be coming up regarding a lover, a relationship in the past. You might be inundated with memories of a past lover. But it's going to be a good relationship or a good experience that you're remembering. But Spirit is asking, you're being asked to rest your mind about it. Stop thinking so much about it. You're also being asked, like so many, you're being asked to insist upon your path. Manifest your path. Pisces specifically too, manifestation is coming up right in the center. You're being asked to manifest and insist, become resolute upon what your path is and bring it forward. Rest the mind about the past. Rest the mind about past circumstances with lovers, specifically relationships, lovers. This is a lesson, and it's a lesson in grace. So you're moving through a time of deeper learnings, like a lot of us are. It's very aligned, actually, I have to say, with what's happening with January. Or so it appears. So emotionally, you will find yourself, what I get from this is that you will find yourself in an emotional state of grace, which is quite beautiful. So, yeah, it's a matter of insisting upon what you want, and in so doing, finding yourself in a deep state of grace. So let's see what else we have for you this month. Hi Pisces. So let's take a look at the archetype that is wanting to come through you this month. Archetypes are quality sets. They're character traits that are embodied in form. And we all contain all archetypal stories within us. And some are actively part of our soul's story, and some lie more dormant. So this could be either one of those. It could be something that wants to be awakened. It could be something that you're aware of but needs to be instigated and put into action. And or it could be something that simply just needs to be evolved through you this month, or is asking to be evolved, attended to and evolved. Okay, so you received the Fool, and the lower frequency manifestations of the Fool archetype are using humor to wound rather than to liberate, denial of your own emotional truth. The higher frequency attributions of Fool: fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy, which this feels beautiful right now. There's a lot of intense unfoldings happening throughout the planet with institutions, corporations, governments, and humor has a pretty brilliant way of dismantling the unsustainable nature of a lot of those things. So tapping into the power of the Fool this month at this new year point, when I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot in the news, a lot more. There's going to be an exponential increase, I think, in the number of stories in the news about corporations and governments. All of it. Just all of it. You know, it's just unfolding more and more. So, fantastic. So let's see what Ascended Master has guidance for you. So this is the guidance card. And this is the one that wants to come. So Pisces, for you, you received Green Man, retreat into nature. And Green Man is all about literally reconnecting. So connecting with the outdoors, fresh air, trees, plants, the sky. Let me go ahead and read what Doreen writes. Let me find it. Here we go. Okay, so Green Man. So you've been indoors too long and you need a refreshing break from stressful situations. No matter how busy you are, there's always time for pause and fresh air. This card comes to you today with a strong message for you to spend time alone outdoors. The healing effects of nature will revive your energy and outlook, and you'll return to home or work with new ideas and a fresh perspective. Think of your nature retreat as an investment and you will yield huge dividends. So nature will be a healer for you this month. Here we are in the northern hemisphere in the middle of winter, but yeah, and in fact I'm here. I was going to go outside and film today and it's raining, but go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature. It will provide you the clarity and the healing. And it's interesting because this particular guidance said do it alone as well. So that might help you access the humor you need to be the Fool that's calling to come forward in you. So let's see what Dakini wants to come forward for you now. So Pisces, let's take a look at the Dakini that wanted to come forward for you this month. So what embodiment would optimally serve your growth and evolution for this next monthly cycle? You received 20 Kuan Yin. And again, as we did last month, this comes from Penny Slinger 64 Dakini Oracle. And I'm going to read you a little bit here about who Kuan Yin is. And if you'd like to dive a little bit deeper, I'll put a link to the full PDF below this video. So that's your option if you'd like to link there. So, Kuan Yin. She is motivated by her tears of compassion to appear in the air of consciousness, the subtle vibrational realm, to positively affect those on the earth plane. Kuan Yin, the one who hears the cries of the world, is the goddess of compassion. She is well loved in many Asian cultures. In the mythology associated with her, it is said that she was about to enter the gates of heaven when she heard the cries of the suffering and turned back, forsaking the heavenly realms so that she could remain available for those who called on her. And I'm going to read a little bit below here as well. Kuan Yin is here to offer unconditional blessing of compassion. You have called compassion into your life. Be more compassionate to yourself and others. Cultivate this sentiment as a root position. All other considerations should stand behind this primary position of compassion. Temper your passion with compassion. Seek to bless all you encounter. Think of others first. The wisdom of compassion lies in being able to be selfless, while at the same time cultivating that which enriches the self. It depends on where one believes the self begins and ends. Kuan Yin's act appears to be one of self-sacrifice, but if there is the understanding that everything is connected, then the suffering of others, the world, become her sufferings, and their relief is her joy. Looked at from this perspective, Kuan Yin was also acting with compassion toward herself. There is great joy and satisfaction to be found in helping others once you experience the true nature of compassion. So everyone, I hope that this month ahead becomes the powerful portal that it is intended to be, that it is primed to be. If you do want to create big changes in your life, now is the time to actualize it. So I hope the Alchemy Scope served you in bringing forward some information that can help you harness those energies in order to create the new foundations for you for the year ahead. 2015, you add the numbers together, it's 8. 8 inherently imbues the qualities of abundance. It's also the number of infinity. The form itself is the number of infinity. It's the content and the context. It's the in and the out. As above, so below. As without, so within. So, yeah, this is a powerful year. And it's encoded that way in many ways, and we're certainly starting it off that way. So I wish you a wonderful month ahead. I want to remind you that if you do want to learn the archetypes and the symbols that live within you, specific to your birth chart, specific to your entry point into this 3D reality, then check out the archetypal profile and the symbolic profile. The archetypal profile is very in-depth. The symbolic profile is a little more esoteric. It doesn't come with full definitions. The symbols are more for you to assess. But I would definitely recommend both. If you're somebody who's been on the journey of, self-investigation, this is definitely a tool that you'll want to have. It's foundationally informative. So until the next video or the next Alchemy Scope, I'll see you soon.